I'm gonna stay overnight. And they're like, yeah. He's like, what do you mean? Like, you're gonna? Do you treat everybody like this? Like, yeah, Justin. They treat everybody like this.
Well, no, some people they would have drug out of the car and shot in the back. So I'd cut your losses.
Yeah, it's called sexy back. Yeah, and I'm like.
Shawn, Dick and Cheese.
Welcome back, Stamp Tramps, to Attempted Delivery. I'm so happy you wore that shirt. That's so funny. Proper 12, that's McGregor's stuff, right? Do you even know?
I don't even know.
That's
well,
so funny.
I know it's a whiskey. It's
Proper
not
12
Irish
is
whiskey.
Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's an awesome shirt. Make your Irish entrance.
I got in New York at Joey Rose's. They were doing like a promotion. You know, booze companies will do a promotional thing at a bar.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was like St. Patrick's week.
Naturally.
So they had all this Proper 12 stuff. I had never even heard of it.
And you still didn't. Yeah, that's so funny. That's the one of
They didn't mention it was that. It was just like I was just like, oh, it's an Irish whiskey, and it's, you know, St. Patrick's Day. And they were giving away free merch, so I got a free T-shirt and a free pack of like playing cards.
That's sick.
And this was literally the only clean shirt I have right now. So
no, that's so funny. Right. No, yeah, that's Conor McGregor, the UFC fight. You know who that is, right? Yeah. He's larger than life, we could say. He's a little bit bigger than he's bigger than the UFC probably. Some, you know what I mean? Just because his personality is insane.
Right.
But what's an Irish entrance where you?
I think that's just a slogan. The Irish goodbye is just where you
For sure, but
I guess
is the entrance the opposite, where you show up flamboyant as fuck?
I guess so. Like you just. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of quotes from I can't. If I was a better comic, I would have like, you know what I mean. I'd have references. What's up? I can't even do an Irish accent now, but I think of it. I'm not going to try because I'm definitely not going to.
You'll never get me Lucky Charms. I don't.
I don't think. That's
I don't
his
even know
thing.
if that's the Lucky Charms one. To be honest,
he might punch you in the mouth for that one. Actually, he's the opposite of that guy.
Well, it's funny. We have friends. I'm not gonna name him or whatever, but the guy.
We have friends that are alcoholics, and
well, no, we have friends. If you guys remember a while, like in the fall, I talked about going to an Irish wedding.
Yes.
She is not Irish, but he is like very much from actually from Ireland.
Yes.
Not the fake American Irish. Like I have red hair, so I'm Irish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's literally has the accent and everything like from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this like thinking, oh, I could give it to him. Not thinking that I got a 2XL and he's like half my size. So I was like, yeah.
I'll wait 20 years. He'll fit.
Right.
He keeps drinking that whiskey. He'll get there. Not even that unhealthy. Well, it's unhealthy in other ways.
True. Proper 12 is actually pretty decent though.
Yeah?
I went and I got a Bodega Cat first, but then like they had these like signature cocktails with them. I was like, yeah, let me try one of those. It's decent.
Yeah. I've heard good things. Actually, no, I haven't. I heard it was bad. So
it's decent. It wasn't like I wasn't surprised by I was surprised by how good Bodega Cat was because I was like, if a celebrity puts their name on something, are they just trying to make? But no, like Bodega Cat is actually like if you like whiskey, is good whiskey.
It's if they're an alcoholic, they make good whiskey. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you know that's
true.
I haven't had it. We were just talking about this before the podcast. We should have a taste test of all the comedians' liquors. But Kevin Hart's tequila might not be the best because he's not a degenerate.
Right.
He doesn't drink himself into oblivion. So he's not gonna be. Of course, he's not gonna make the best tequila.
Right.
But yeah, I would love to. Ron White's though might be some top notch.
Pretty good. Yeah, they're not going to put their name on something that they wouldn't drink.
Exactly. Even though it is funny when they're sober and have a liquor. Like
Right.
Ron White just had like a tequila and then now he's sober.
Right.
So it's like
But he's grandfathered in.
Yes, he
I
is.
think.
Except the funny thing about that, I always thought he drank scotch. On stage, he usually drinks scotch, right? In a decanter or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
So, like, it's interesting to be like, all right, I'm going to make a tequila now.
Right.
It's an interesting choice because you'd think that'd be a harder one to make. Like tequila versus scotch.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. It's interesting, though. And like I don't know why I have to say that. Like we were just talking about, but like I know like Ryan Reynolds has Aviation Gin, and that is like really good gin. And I don't love gin, but I do like it sometimes. And like Aviation is like noticeably better than like most of the top shelf shit that you see in a bar. Because I was drinking it for a little while, and I'm like, this is like noticeably better than Tanqueray or whatever. I know that might sound racist, but. It is what it is. It's better. It's good gin.
It's wild to me that you don't like whiskey but like gin. I could see liking both. But I mean, maybe it's just my taste. Gin is so much of a like strong.
Oh, it's strong compared to whiskey?
Yeah, to me.
I guess I just
it
hate
has
whiskey.
such a specific because even some whiskeys I don't like. Like I like Scotch, but I don't really like the peaty. Mossy, like grassy flavor. I like the more like woody oak, and I'm not a big fan of like smoky, like
well,
you're
not a fan of smoky, but you like Scotch. Scotch tastes like certain cigarette butts.
it depends on the Scotch. Okay. I've had Scotch I can't absolutely cannot stand, and then some that I love.
Yeah,
but like gin to me is just so like.
Yeah, I'm over here drinking Diddy juice. So,
what is it again? It's
Ciroc.
Right. Is it deep discount?
No, I don't think so.
Kate actually said you should say that on the pod. She was like, "Did he get that on deep discount?" And at first, I thought it was a dig on you.
No.
I was like, "Why do you think Shawn drinks?" It's like it's Diddy. Like they're probably trying to sell us.
I think they separated themselves from him. Actually, he sued them, and I think won.
Oh shit! Right.
I forget the details of that lawsuit, but I believe that they sued him or he sued them for being like, was it? It might have been like a racial thing, like they were distant. I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
But if that's funny, if he won the lawsuit and then all this happens, and it's like. Oh, he shouldn't have won that lawsuit. He should have lost all of the lawsuits.
I thought it maybe came with a free bottle of baby oil or something like that.
No, it is. It's just baby oil. There's no. This is zero. There's no alcohol in this. It's just baby oil.
They do call it social lubricant.
It's lubing my throat up. I know that.
Can't wait for the Patreon.
But no, I actually had this a while ago. We moved. We like set up a thing in the back room of my house, and like I was like, oh, I need to put more like liquors out here. Freak off.
Set up a freak
offs. Yeah. And I bought like a bottle of because I'm like I haven't been drinking that much liquor, and I want to kind of like I want to drink liquor more often because it's so much less carbs than beer. Beer is so much more carb. It's insane. But and I forgot I even had this, so I actually just dusted this off just to get rid of it because I'm not gonna keep buying it. I mean, I don't know. It is good though. It's good. It's good liquor, but
how much percentage goes into his commissary from sales?
This bottle definitely supported him. I bought it long enough ago that it did support him. But I think that's actually one of the conspiracies. Because I think after that lawsuit is when the stuff started to come out. Mm-hmm. So like that's like it might not even be a conspiracy, but like the thought is that like, oh, as soon as he kind of like sued them, all this information started coming out. So they produced some of it. They were like, oh, word, you're going to sue us? Well, your entire life is over now.
Doesn't that partly incriminate them for not coming forward? Weren't they like complicit?
It would, but that's not really how the internet works.
Did they sponsor the freak offs? Like,
there's a Ciroc banner as you're getting fucked in the ass. Yeah, we're past 5 minutes.
We both look at the
clock. You're getting butt fucked in front of Diddy, and there's a Ciroc banner. Bad boys. But no, it's funny that you wore that because I'm glad you wore that because I forgot. Do you ever have an Irish car bomb?
Is that the Jaeger? Is that the Red Bull, or what is that? What is
that's a Jaeger bomb? Different bomb.
Okay.
That's a Jaeger bomb's a German bomb. Not gonna make that joke. Yeah. But no, an Irish car bomb it's about which I never knew because the Jaeger bomb is a full glass. It's like a full Red Bull and a shot of Jaeger.
Is it whiskey and Guinness? Or what?
It is. So it's half a Guinness.
Okay.
And then you take the glass and you drop a shot of Jameson and Bailey's.
Oh, alrighty.
And I'm not sure the mixture of the shot, but you drop it into a Guinness and then you chug it. Because if you don't, it'll curdle if you don't drink it fast enough because the cream.
Right.
They're like delicious. They taste like it's like chocolate milk.
Alrighty.
Yeah, they're delicious. I was drinking a bunch of them with Mike O'Donnell the other night.
Nice.
Irish friend of the pod. Probably the only Irish friend of the pod now that I think of it, at least locally.
Right.
I'm trying to think of any.
Jesse James Martin, he said he's Irish. He's
did
ginger.
He? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess he is. Yeah.
I'd imagine Brooks is at least part Irish.
No, he just hates the sun, I think.
With the red hair?
I'm kidding. Yeah. I actually have no idea. He probably has said before, but I forget. Right. No, he's just racist. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they're delicious. Huh. Yeah, they were good. I had like one, and I'm like, I kept getting Mike to drink. He's like, I have to work in 4 hours. I'm like, does that mean you don't want one? He's like, no, I'm gonna drink it. But
it means you're gonna just have to keep drinking them and not go to sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, I so much so that I was like, I had a beer that I was drinking, and I gave it to Zach Jack. I'm like, I want more car bombs, but it makes it more palatable. That I thought it was like a full glass. I'm like, who would do that? But then when you realize it's like it's like, all right, that's more manageable.
Right,
chugging half a beer as opposed to a full. It is. Right. It's 50% less alcohol, so it was a little bit more.
Not a huge fan of Guinness. Like I'll drink it. Like I had one. Just went to the wife's sister's house and they had Guinness, and it's like I'll drink one, but I don't get excited for it. Like some people, I don't know.
It's funny. Like
they're all right. I mean,
yeah, no, it's good. It's solid. It's a solid stout or porter stout. I guess it's a stout. I always get confused. That's a Malik Stark question. Yeah. Like what the difference between a porter and a stout? Mm-hmm. I actually have no idea. I just know they're both dark beers.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, so why would Malik know about that?
I was inferring that. That's what I meant. What did you mean? What? Because he brews beer? No, I meant complexion. That's what I was talking about. No, yeah, I don't know the difference. It's probably just a brew, like how they brew the beer itself, I'm sure. Right. But yeah, I definitely like Guinness, especially it's funny how I don't know. I wonder if it's like if it's a mental thing, like how like apple cider just hits different in the fall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I always wonder if that's just programming or if it actually is good. I think it might act like I think it might actually be better, like because like darker beers like that are better in cold weather. Right. But then Guinness is in
trigger
March.
Like a sense memory thing. That's when you had it, so it kind of takes you back to that place, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah,
it's curious if it is well, because now I would say seasonal. No, I bet it is. I bet it has like a seasonal like origin because like it's the ingredients might be more prevalent in that time of year or something.
Right.
Because that's how food is. Like there's a reason why like you like comfort food like for the winter is like because that's what's available during the winter.
Right.
You know, like I guess what like stroganoff or something like that, like pot pie. Mm-hmm. Pot pie is a winter thing,
heavier, heartier.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, stuff like it's interesting.
I've been annoyed because the kid will eat the shit out of strawberries and blueberries, and they're like just now starting to come back around. But over the winter, it was like get a pack of strawberries and like you open it and it's moldy already, or like you know what I mean? Like it sucks over the winter. But yeah, now we're getting back into when I can actually get them for her again.
Yeah, and I know you hate tomatoes, but tomatoes obviously a summer thing. They grow in the summer.
Hate tomatoes. That's a strong word.
You hate.
I'm just not a fan of a plain tomato. Yeah, it's got to be in cooked something. Like I just can't eat like a tomato by itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now that I like mostly BLTs, but now that I like tomatoes, like just tomatoes, it is like it makes you think of summer or whatever.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff like apple cider. I didn't have hardly, for whatever reason, I wasn't into it this last like 2025 fall and winter. I barely drank any apple cider, and that's like one of my favorite things. Yeah, it's interesting.
While we're talking about booze, good with a little Fireball in it.
Ugh, I hate Fireball so much.
Really?
It's so bad.
Really?
It's bad. It's white trash.
I don't mind it. Again, it's a thing I don't
I'm
get
talking
excited
shit,
for,
but like I don't.
In the apple cider is pretty good.
Oh, that actually does sound interesting. Some cinnamon. Now that makes sense. That's probably the only way I could drink Fireball and actually enjoy it. But I was going to say I don't like whiskey, but calling Fireball whiskey is very generous to Fireball.
Right.
Yeah, it's not great. No, but yeah, I definitely was like, I never had a car bomb before, and Mike got me one, and I was like, oh, this is delicious. Like, I get it now. Like, this actually tracks. I actually understand why people like this.
Another wild shot to try is it's just called a chocolate cake.
Okay.
And it's just a shot. It's just half or equal parts vodka and Frangelica. You might be able to use Bailey's, but I've had it. It's just literally just equal parts vodka and Frangelica. It literally tastes like a bite of chocolate cake. It's super dangerous. It does not taste like booze at all. Like, it's literally like, where did the vodka go? It's wild.
Yeah.
So I suggest that's a recommendation.
Yeah. If you're sober, fucking sorry. I don't know what to tell you. This started off on the wrong foot for you. I really apologize to anybody who can't drink. I'm really sorry. We're not even done talking about it yet.
But if you want to start, chocolate cake is a great shot to try.
I know it's always like a child. It's always like a childish drink, but like Long Island iced teas I always liked. But like it's sort of like a degenerate, like you're 21 and you just discover you want to get fucked up.
It's
so you
all the booze in the
yeah. But it's amazing that it tastes like tea. There's no tea in it. It's crazy how that works, how the flavor profiles just mix together like that. I'm trying to think of there was one I don't like whiskey, and it sucks because there's this bar in York. There might be more, but there's one called The Cove, and they have a whiskey bar in the back of the building.
Alrighty.
It's a whiskey, it's literally a whiskey bar. They got like 5 pages of whiskey on their menu. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it makes me jealous that I don't like whiskey. Because it's like, dude, look at this. The world is mine right now. Like, there's so many different kinds, and I don't appreciate any of them. I didn't
even
whiskey.
realize there was a whole whiskey bar there. I went there, and I've only been there once, so I remember the drink that I got. I recorded, or no. A friend that I worked with, his band recorded an album, and it was recorded kind of rough, and I mixed it for them and tried to clean it up as best I could.
Mixed it through some sour mix in there. And
yeah, I did the mix, and then they did their album release at the Cove.
Nice.
And so the only drink I got there was Johnny Walker Green Label. So I didn't even know there was a whole whiskey bar there.
Yeah, they have a whiskey bar, and there's fucking 90 whiskeys or something. It's a lot. I mean, it's like a menu of whiskeys. And it's funny because they have other liquors, and they have some good stuff of like the other like gin and tequila and stuff. But if you look at the menu, it's like, all right, like vodka, gin, tequila, whatever, and then whiskey. Like they have so many whiskey pages. They have like pages of whiskey and everything else. There's always like whiskey bars, but there's no tequila bars.
No, I feel like I've heard that phrase.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen one, but we're also in Pennsylvania, so maybe you got to go south for the tequila bars. True. I don't know. Yeah. That would be sick, though. But yeah, all the
ones around here probably had ice called on them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want tequila north of the Mason-Dixon, you got to have straight up. You got to have it neat. Yeah, I'm always jealous of whiskey, like people that like whiskey, because they get to just. There's so many different types. And
what you did there. Tequila, no ice there's a bit there.
Yeah.
Ice, okay. Sorry if I was late to the party.
I can't believe you didn't get it. You usually make that joke.
I know it did. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then
I was just recycling your joke. I'm a hack. You didn't get the hack joke?
I'm just too sophisticated. I don't know.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely jealous of people that love, because like there's so much. It seems like that's like the most nerdy spirit. Like there's so much different.
Maybe you just hadn't found one that you liked, because like I said, there's whiskeys I cannot absolutely stand, and there's some that I really like.
I hate whiskey. I always have. I always thought that I would like it someday. Like I thought that I would acquire a taste for it, and I've tried, and it doesn't work. I just get sick. The only one is Jameson, actually. I used to, I legitimately like Jameson, definitely more than any other whiskey.
Right.
And specifically, I like those green tea shots.
They were doing those with this.
Yeah.
They were mixing those up. Yeah.
Green tea shots are delicious. Yeah. I've gotten in. Yeah.
They were giving them to us at the bar. Yeah.
No, they're so good. I fuck with green tea shots, but it's too much. They're too delicious. Yeah, that's the only whiskey I've ever can say that I had an affinity for. Yeah, other than that, especially not Scotch. I mean, I've tried a couple Scotches and I'm like, ugh, this is rough.
I'm like that with Scotch. Like Scotch is my go-to, but like I said, there's some Scotches that I absolutely cannot stand. It's disgusting, and then some that I like. There's one, if you'll allow me to try it, it's pretty expensive, and I have to remember the year. It's Glenfiddich, and it's either the 15 or the 18 that literally tastes like butter, like butterscotch. Like it's
that sounds good.
So,
I love butter.
I'll get it, and if you don't like it, I'll just drink it. But
yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. I won't be sad. Oh no,
yeah. Because I wouldn't. Other ones like I haven't had besides cheap, cheap rail liquor aside. I don't think I've had a good vodka that I don't like. Like Tito's, Ciroc, 50 cents effing vodka. I mean, if it's a good vodka, I like it, or if it's a good tequila, I like it. Yeah, I can't say that. It's just, I just don't like whiskey.
Right. I mean, that's fair, because you could tell me that there's gins that you do and don't like, but I just am not a fan.
Yeah.
But even within a brand, Johnny Walker has all the different labels, and I love the Black Label. I was turned on to that by a friend of mine. Shout out Jason. But the Red Label, I can't really get down with.
So don't if you drink it, you're like, I don't want to drink this.
If you put it in front of me and just hand it me, sure, but I'm not going to order it. Okay. At that price point, I would order a Dewar's over a Red Label.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you had the option, there's zero, you would never pick Red Label or whatever.
No, not generally. I'll tolerate it.
Yeah.
But
it's
not
me,
I won't order that. If there's Black Label, I'm going to order the Black Label.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if they only have Red Label and Dewar's, I'm going to order the Dewar's over the Red Label. It's just, what I mean?
See, for me, I just don't like whiskey. So it's none of it.
You wouldn't even discern you. That's fair.
Yeah, it's like Swiss cheese for you. It's I don't want any of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Interesting.
I don't care what brand it is. I'm not going to.
Yes, it's exactly it. But literally every other alcohol I like. If I'm in the mood for it, I'll drink it, but I'm never, because I hate whiskey. Right. Even Jameson, it's I kind of only drank that for the green tea. Yeah. And apparently the Irish car bombs. Apparently I like those now. So.
Word.
Yeah.
This is a very boozy episode so far.
I know. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it is. It is a very boozy episode so far.
Week after St. Patrick's, that's fair.
That's fair. Speaking of, did you see Justin Timberlake finally got, I don't know if it's sentenced is the right word, but he finally got sentenced for his DUI in the Hamptons.
Right. Wasn't it just a fine and some community service or something like that?
I actually don't know those details.
I think he just got it
basically expunged. That's funny. No, I just thought it was funny because I saw a transcript of him in like, I guess, central booking. And they were talking to him, and I hope this is true because I'm going to repeat it because it's so funny. But he was talking to them and they were like, all right, well, so your arraignment's going to be tomorrow. So you're going to stay here. And he's like, I'm going to stay overnight. And they're like, yeah. He's like, what do you mean? Like, do you treat everybody like this? Like, yeah, Justin. They treat everybody like this.
Well, no, some people they would have drug out of the car and shot in the back. So I'd cut your losses.
Yeah. It's called sexy back. Yeah, and I'm like, Timberland produced your music for 20 years. Did you ever talk to black people? Like, have you not heard that you were going to be...
To be fair, he probably only talks to rich black people.
No, I think Justin Timberlake was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like probably not as down to earth as like regular people, but like he seemed like he was kind of like a down to earth, like humble dude.
Right.
But it's just funny to just be like, oh my God, you guys are making me stay here all night? Like, all right, bro. Yes.
Cry me a river. Sorry, I had to.
No, it's like, yeah, that's so funny that you didn't. Yeah, I know that, and I've never been arrested.
Right.
Like, what?
They're not going to let you drive home. What are you talking about?
I thought it was a slap on the wrist, and they were just going to call Jessica Biel and send me home. I don't understand what the problem is, officer.
Right.
Yeah, it's just very.
I just don't understand when you have that level of like money and fame. Just have somebody drive you. Like what?
I actually feel like I'd be the other way around with $1 billion or like
right.
Like if you're worth a couple $1 million, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, true.
You might be.
Enough.
I feel like you go the other way. I'm surprised that more of these people, like when Justin Bieber was like popping off and like racing his like Ferrari down the street, going like 100 miles per hour in a 35. I'm not like.
I mean, that's some young dumb kid shit, but like.
Yeah, but people were railing like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he would do that." Like, I can.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He's a child with $1 billion. Yeah. He's gonna race his Lambo down the street.
Right.
This is the craziest thing. He didn't even go that hard. He was like throw eggs at a house. Like, yeah, I did that. And I'm worth $7. I'm worthless, and I did worse than Justin Bieber did. Like, what's going on? I feel the same way about. I was just talking to Charles about this at like the Telus show the other night. He was talking. People talk about like Britney Spears or whatever. She's like, oh, she's crazy. It's like she's not even that crazy.
Right.
She's literally. I mean, she's been in a conservatorship for like 20 years. She didn't have a childhood. She's pretty tame. Considering her situation.
True.
She's also worth $1 million. Yeah, she's dancing with knives. That's not even a big deal. You're like, oh my God, she's putting racy photos on the internet. Like,
Right. You paraded her around in a schoolgirl uniform. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. It's so funny. People are like stunned that she's letting loose now. Yeah, I don't know. I just found out about the fucking Afro Man thing.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
We should have been covering this for years. I mean, I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been like a year.
Right. I only found out about it like in Alaska. Like
last week I found out. I'm like, where has this news been? He's been making songs about this like local like police department for like 9 months, and they're suing him. I'm just happy he won.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, it's necessary. Right. Like he needs to win that. That's insane that you can't. Yeah. It's also funny that like that's like justice. Like they didn't get in trouble. It's insane that you don't get in trouble for wrongfully raiding someone's house. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, if you got a tip and you like, I'm not against law enforcement. If you have probable cause, you should do this. But like they didn't. Mm-hmm. And that should be illegal. They should get in trouble for.
He has every right to make fun of you with,
with the most modest songs.
Right.
Lemon pound cake. He's making fun of the dude for looking. It's so fun.
Right.
It's the funnest slander I've ever seen in my life. Like, how are you mad about? How can you with a straight face be upset about this? And then he brought the dude's like ex-wife to trial. Yeah,
I love that he was just fully decked out in the American flag.
Very fun. Yeah, loved it. Loved every bit of content that I got from this. Was been fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And he brought. I guess the one interview. I don't know. I know nothing about it really, but the one interview. He I guess like the cop was like, so is it possible that he slept with your wife? Like, do you know for sure if he didn't sleep with your wife? And he's like, no, I guess I don't. It's unbelievable. It's so fun. And the songs are so bad. It's like,
I haven't heard any of the songs.
They're not good.
Really?
No, it's Afro Man. He's fun. You know what I mean? He's an artist and it's fun music. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's not like this eloquent, you know what I mean? Like well written, like you know, it's very just like fun. I mean, his biggest song is Because I Got High.
Well, right.
Yeah, it's not like he's doing like super artistic, you know. I don't know. It's all very fun, and it's so funny to not like. You can't fight that battle. You're fighting a losing battle if you're complaining about Afro Man's songs.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have countersued.
You would think, yeah.
You know what I mean? For what they did to him, he just came back. He was song, and you're just trying to sue him over the. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah. Speaking of comedy, I haven't done much. You've been in fucking New York for 9 weeks.
I don't know about 9 weeks. I couldn't afford what I already did, let alone 9 weeks. Yeah, I did the Laughing Buddha Comedy Festival competition thing. They just call it a festival. I actually hadn't done anything since the Valentine's Day show.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't gone up at all, not even an open mic, nothing. But I kind of had FOMO with the Harco Comedy Festival. Everyone was like, I saw like everybody that we knew. Like, I was like, why didn't I sign up for that? It's not, you know what I mean? So like, I was just scrolling and that popped up, and I was like, Laughing Buddha sounds familiar. And you reminded me they did the mic at the
Grizzly Pear.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't remember that.
They also run like a few other rooms as well. I think there's like 4 or 5 rooms, probably more.
They have several rooms. They book shows. They do shows at the upstairs room at the Stand. They had the Buddha Room, which is where I went. It's like a block away from Madison Square Garden, above a KFC.
Hell yeah!
I like couldn't find it.
Gotta love New York.
Yeah,
above a KFC.
Yeah, I couldn't like find it. I was like, I'm at the address, and I like couldn't find it. And, like this other dude couldn't find it. And then finally, I saw like there was like a little like kind of canvas doorway kind of thing. They have to go up the stairs to it. And there's a bar attached to it, and then the Buddha Room is like curtained off, and it's like a smaller actual like comedy room. So it's not a bar show. Like there's the bar, and then
separate.
Just curtained off. So yeah, I signed up, and like I said, it wasn't anything like I got. It wasn't like an accomplishment. I paid the money, and they said, "Here's your spot." So it was the 14th, I think. So it was like literally exactly a month since I had been on stage. So I went up on Friday, so I didn't have to travel the day of the show. And a friend of the pod, Carlos and 1075 and
Carlos
friends.
Ismail.
Yeah. They had a show Friday night. I'm blanking on the name of the place.
Was it like the Rose?
Yes. Yeah.
I just saw like, that's so crazy. I'm like I'm like not even on the internet, and I somehow I'm glad I could complete your story with like
I don't know how I forgot that, because it was like there was literally like flowers.
It looked sick.
Everywhere. Like they should host like funerals or or memorials or something like on the side, as a side hustle.
Roasts.
So he had posted that they had a show at 5, and I knew my train was coming in around 1, so I was like, well, shit, I'll give me something to do Friday night. You know what I mean? Backing up, So my train was going to leave at like 10:20 or whatever. And I woke up about like 7 just because like the kid and the wife were up. And I see on my phone, your train has been canceled. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
What the fuck? So I'm like, what the, like, I don't even remember why it said it was canceled, but I was like, oh shit. So I started looking at other trains, and this was like 7 o'clock and
AM.
Yeah, 7 a.m. Mine was supposed to leave at 10:20, so I would have had plenty of time. I was mostly packed. I was like 75% of the way packed. Obviously, I had needed to like save my like toiletries and stuff for the morning so I could get ready and then pack it and that kind of thing. So I go and look and see what other trains are on, because it said you can pick another train.
Yeah.
It was like 8:12, or it would have been like 6 o'clock that night.
Oh, wow. That's a huge gap.
Well, other ones had sold out. Probably other people might have been awake and selected. So like all like the ones at like 11, 12, 1, 2 were all like sold out. So it was either 8:12 or 6 o'clock that night. And I was like, I'm trying to get there, like have a little bit of a day and not like get there late at night and all that. So I was like, I have two choices. I could just wait till 6 o'clock, or I could just scramble. So the station is in Elizabethtown, which is about 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 with traffic or whatever. And it's morning rush hour. And I was like, fuck it. I chose the 8:12. I jumped up. I just started throwing my shit together. And I got there about like 7:55.
Nice.
And, so yeah, it was like a rude awakening, but it was just like, all right, I'm going. And I get there and I have no idea where to go. I found some guy who was like, hey, am I in the right spot?
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like walk under the track and up.
Yeah.
If you're going eastbound or whatever. But yeah, I was on the train at 8 whatever and on the way. The train ride was pretty uneventful. Except for one moment where we were just riding along, and I think for a stretch, you're kind of along Route 30. We were heading out towards Philly, make a couple stops, and I'm just kind of like thinking in the nature of travel and looking out the window and feeling like adventurous and seeing people drive on the highway. For one thing, I was going backwards, which
tricky.
I wasn't anticipating.
Yeah.
So like you sit, and depending on which way the train is going, so when it started going backwards, it did kind of like throw me off a little bit. I was like, this is kind of like unsettling, but you get used to it eventually. But I'm going backwards, and there's cars like coming on 30. And I'm just like, we're all going somewhere. Like, think of just the sheer amount of people.
Yeah.
And this is what's going through my head, and I'm just like thinking very like ethereal.
Yeah.
And I just see this car, and I'm like, where's this guy going? And I'm going backwards, and this car just keeps coming closer. And I look over, and he is just going to town. He is just fucking just... It was either that, or he was cleaning crumbs off his lap very fast.
He spilled hot coffee. Maybe.
But I was just having this ethereal moment, and I look over, and this dude's just cranking it. And yeah, it was very quick. So like I said, maybe he was just brushing crumbs off his slab very fast, but
it's very quick.
I think he was,
got a Minuteman in this car over here.
Yeah. So that's
fun.
Kind of ruined.
Well, thank God it wasn't on the train.
Yeah. Well,
so
true.
That's a bonus. You got lucky.
True. But yeah, the rest of the thing was pretty uneventful. I got there about 11 something and went to the hotel, tried to get an early check-in. Still had to wait a while, but they let me check in. And I had booked just a regular room. Sorry if this story, this story's going to be a while.
It's interesting to me.
There's a lot of stuff. So, so eventually she gives me the key, checks me in, allows me to check in early, because check-in was 3, and I got there noon. And I'm like, is there anything you can do? You know what I mean? So they did charge me. I don't know if it was $50 or whatever, but So she gave me the key. Key card. I go up. It's on the 16th floor. So I go up, and the key card doesn't work.
Of course.
So then I have to go back down, and I'm like, yeah, the key card doesn't work. And she's said something like, oh, yeah, the manager will be here. She has to do something in the system or whatever. I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, I'll call like maintenance guy. So he meets me. I go back up to the 16th floor. He meets me and uses like an actual physical key to get me in the room. So I get in the room, get all my stuff unpacked and whatever. And I think I wanted to go. I wanted to go grab some stuff for the room, like some snacks, some drinks, or whatever. I grabbed a sandwich or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, we'll let you when we come back." And I was like, "Well," so I came back. I was like, "Well, now I have to come to the front desk every time I need to get in my room."
Yeah,
and like sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there, so they had to let me in again. And then, so eventually, over the next 24 hours, I had to like keep getting the key. Eventually they let me like have the physical key, but they wouldn't let me leave with it. I had to drop it back off with them and then come back and get the key. I was like, I went out that night to Gotham Comedy Club. I mean, I went to Carlos's show, the 1075 show and all that, and then went to this Gotham. And I was like, I'm going to be coming back late. And they're like, there's always somebody here 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. So overnight I get the key. In the morning, I just want to go to the little corner store, get a breakfast sandwich, and come back. The physical key doesn't work.
What?
Yeah. I dropped off the physical key, went and got a sandwich, came back, had to wait, get the physical key, got up the 16th floor. I'm holding my sandwich that's nice and warm. No drink because I have drinks in the in the room. The physical key does not work. So I got to go back down and say, your key doesn't work for the door that the key card doesn't work for. So they're like, oh, yeah, we'll send the maintenance guy up. So I'm got to go back up and meet the guy. And he's messing with it. He can't get it to work. So he doesn't know what's going on. They're trying stuff. They call the desk guy. He comes up. We can't figure it out. He brings a crowbar, hammers. He's trying to like wrench it open. He can't jimmy it open. And after about like 10, 15 minutes, well,
at least it's secure.
Yeah.
You know that nobody's going to break in your hotel room.
Yeah. Basically in my pajamas. Like I just like took sleep clothes, like basically because I just went to get a sandwich and come back. All my stuff is locked in the room. I can't get it open. After about 15 minutes, the guy was like, we're going to switch your room. We're not going to make you wait. So I got a room down the hall. And so I just go in there with my cold sandwich and nothing. I didn't even get a drink at the store because all my drinks were in the in the room. So, and this is like mid after, it was like noon-ish, give or take. And I have my set the night at 7. Yeah. And so going back, Kevin Lenahan is a New York comic. He was part of the whole never-ending roast battle at the strip club that Corey Miller put on. And so he was the host of the 1075 show. So sorry I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm trying to make it make sense. So I went to the 1075 show that Friday night. Good show. They all killed it. It was a fun show to watch. Kevin was the host. He was doing a spot at the upstairs room at the Stand the next day. I was doing my spot at 7 at the Buddha room. So he was like, yeah, come to my show. So I was planning to go to his show at 5. I had my spot at 7, and here it is noon, and I can't get into my room, and I don't know if and when they will be able to open this door.
Yeah.
It's not one of those place that has like adjoining rooms, so they couldn't like go into the other room and out. They could have maybe fucking Spider-Man scaled and climbed in the window, maybe. But there was no way into this room.
That's insane.
And I'm like, they got to be able to get this open. I mean, I can't go to my show in shorts, like gym shorts and a sleep shirt. Like, you know, my set was in the room. Like everything was in the room. So I'm in the room for the other room with literally just my phone and a cold sandwich for like an hour or two. And the guy was like, yeah, we'll let you know when they're in the room. And I kept like popping out. I kept hearing him trying to get into the room.
Geez.
And eventually I popped out just as he was like breaking the door open.
Yeah.
So what happened, like the metal strip or whatever that everything like clicks into was like off or something. So that was not allowing the key to open. It wasn't allowing anything to happen. Like, but eventually got it open and I just started huffing my stuff over to the other room. And it was probably like 2-3 o'clock at this point.
Oh, geez. That's so annoying.
Yeah, I was kind of losing it. They hooked me up with another room. I'm gonna fast.
They should have gave you a fucking refund.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to when I check out on Monday.
Yeah.
I checked out on Monday, and I had talked to the guy. The door guy was really cool when it happened.
Yeah.
Or the guy at the desk guy. But like every day, there was a different person at the desk. It was never the same person. He said he was going to talk to his manager, whatever. So, the room was a little nicer than what I booked. It was just supposed to be like a standard king bed, single room or whatever. The room I was in was kind of a suite. There was like a separate living room area.
The new room. Or the original room.
Both rooms. The room I was given where the door didn't work, and then the
They're both
room they shuffled me into, they were both suites.
Yes.
It was so there was like a living room separate from the bedroom.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
A huge like walk-in closet kind of thing. And so I didn't know they had like upgraded me. So when I was checking out, I was like, yeah, the guy said he was going to talk to the manager. I was like, first off, there were 2 TVs, one in the living room, one in the bedroom. Nothing was hooked up to anything.
Yeah.
So, which I'm not there to watch TV, but like at night, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Or say, for instance, you can't get into your room and you're shuffled into another room with none of your stuff and you can't really go out anywhere. You might want to click the TV on. So out of 4 TVs, none of them were hooked up to anything. Like if I had maybe like brought a Fire Stick or brought something to hook
which
up
is
to
insane.
it. Sure.
I mean, what's the point of having a TV if it's not? Yeah.
Exactly. And, so yeah, 4 TVs, nothing. So as I'm checking out Monday, I'm like, can I, I talked to the desk guy. He said he was going to talk to the manager about some kind of like partial refund or something. I was like, I couldn't get my stuff for several hours. I couldn't go out.
Yeah.
I probably would have gone out and just explored or done something. I didn't have my stuff. The key card didn't work in the first place. I had to keep getting the regular key, another TV, and she was like, well, we upgraded you to a suite in the first place, so the system is showing you actually owe us $500. And I'm like, excuse me? And she was like, I mean, you're not being charged that, but that's the difference between what you booked and what you
like. Could I go back to the not suite?
Yeah. I was like, I would have preferred the room I booked with a working door.
Yeah.
You upgraded me to a room with no door.
Why'd you upgrade me?
Right.
I don't want that. Can I get the downgrade, please?
Yeah,
Can I have the janitor's closet?
I didn't need more space. I'm one person.
Yeah.
I don't need a living room. I just booked a goddamn hotel room to sleep while I go.
I just wanted to actually be able to enjoy my stay.
Yeah. So, but at this point on Monday, I needed to go catch my train. So I couldn't sit there and
argue with them.
Yeah, if I'd gone earlier, I would have made it very annoying for them at the very least. But I was like, I got to go catch my train. I don't have time to like argue. So it was just whatever. So where was I? Pretty much covered Friday. Yeah, I went to the 1075 show. That great show with Carlos and everybody. Carlos and Emerald. Well, Friday night I went to Gotham Comedy Club. And I didn't know anybody on the bill, but it was cool to just go to another New York comedy club.
Yeah.
And that was kind of uneventful. Just went there, went back.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't go with you. I would get stuck out of my room. That's
right. Well, we would have booked another room. We probably wouldn't have booked a suite or, gotten
That's
stuck
true.
in a,
Sorry.
I do wish you were there. It was a little different being alone. I mean, I kind of liked the aspect of being on my own and just kind of foraging and exploring.
Except for 90% of it.
Right.
That sucks, dude. I'm so sorry. That's horrific.
Right. So Saturday, I went to, after I was able to get my stuff and get changed and shower and all that, I went to Kevin's show at the Stand. So the Stand we went to last year, there was the downstairs main room, and then the upstairs, they have a smaller room in the back. So that was where that show, and that was a Laughing Buddha show. So I met one of the guys, Laughing Buddha guys. So I talked to him, and then Kevin's show, and then the other comics on this Laughing Buddha show are the Laughing Buddha people who are putting on the festival.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize until I got over to the Buddha room. And it was like 1, 2, 3, all these comics. And I'm seeing, I was like, I just saw you at the Stand. It was a good show. And they're you were at the Stand? Why were you at the Stand? So, it got all in there and settled. And so, like I said, you pay $35 and you just get a spot wherever. Hundreds of comics signed up for this thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how the scale of it until I knew there was multiple nights for this qualifying round or whatever, but apparently hundreds of people signed up. So how it worked, they gave you a ticket link. I can't bring anybody to a show 10 minutes from here, let alone New York. So I didn't sell any tickets, obviously. But how they worked it was pretty cool. So it's a festival, but also a competition where there's rounds and you advance. And if you sold tickets, the most tickets sold, in that order, you get to choose your spot. So, the guy who sold the most tickets, he chose first, and everyone was kind of surprised, like, damn, all right, go for it. And he ended up, getting chosen first.
Yeah.
So, also shout out Robin Henry was on this show. Yeah. Local comic, from up in Harrisburg. So it was cool to actually know somebody, but everyone was super friendly. Everyone on the show did well. But people were, I think there was supposed to be 17 people. I think there was 15. I think a couple didn't show up. So there's 15. And so he chooses his spot, the next person who sold tickets. So about 5 or 6 spots were already taken. They took 1, 2, and then it was 5, 6, 7, 9, 4, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they just choose at random. So they're picking names. Boom, Damian. I'm like, okay. So I was third because third hadn't been chosen. So you just get put in whatever order they choose. I got third, which is not a bad place to go.
No, third's not bad at all.
People are already broken in and kind of thing, but people aren't sick of comedy by the end. You know what I mean? So I went third. I felt like I had a good set. I felt like everyone had a great set. I could not have we've done enough competitions to where you're watching and you're like, oh, he's definitely getting in. She's definitely getting in.
Yeah.
He's, maybe funny, but the crowd wasn't responding.
Yeah.
So nothing negative to say about anybody. Everyone did well.
Yeah.
I felt like I did good. Robin had a great set. I felt like everyone did well. So they get to the end. They have those same comics from that I've watched at the Stand are doing sets while they're kind of deliberating or whatever. So there's no crowd vote. It's literally just audience response.
Yeah.
And then those Laughing Buddha people kind of take notes.
Yeah.
And whatever, I guess, however they score it. So the first guy who had sold the tickets got called first. They start calling people who are advancing. And then I'm like, okay, well, he sold the most tickets. I mean, this makes sense.
Yeah,
I've been through this many a time with the competitions. You bring people, it helps, but it wasn't a crowd vote thing. So I'm flicking on my phone, and then second person they call is me.
Nice.
And I'm kind of still flicking for a second. Was like, oh, they called my name. I was so ready to be one and done.
Yeah.
Like I said before, my goal was hey, it was a fun experience going to New York, getting exposure, maybe networking with some people, getting a good video.
Yeah.
Because they recorded it, and I was like, that was kind of my goal. So I was very shocked, but I was like, all right, cool. So I went up, and then they called the other 3, and like I said, anybody I feel like could have advanced that night because everyone had a good set.
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody where I was like, why did they make it? Or, why didn't I was it could have been anybody. And I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, I advanced, show ended, I was like, so we'll get an email with the spot. And they were like, yeah, like, and they did tell everyone, they were like, even if you didn't advance tonight, we have so many shows, so many comics, people drop off and that kind of thing. You might get an email as late as Monday and you could be on the show. But I already knew I was advancing. So that night I went back to the stand. However, I waited too late in the week to get tickets. So everyone that I wanted to see each night, like I think there was a night of the Cellar that Schultz was there. I think Stavi was there. I think Colin Quinn was there one night. Dave Attell, of course. But like every show that I wanted to go to was sold out. So I ended up seeing like some very funny comics, but no one that I knew or specifically wanted to see. So the Gotham show was good. Went back to the stand. I did not realize that when I got tickets to the stand, I got tickets for the upstairs room for the night show.
Yeah.
Because remember when we went, there was drop-ins.
Yes.
Like randomly, it was like Janine Garofalo's show, but like Pete Davidson and Andrew Dice Clay.
Andrew Dice Clay showed up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, well, okay, I'm missing these shows. Maybe I'll see a cool drop-in.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until I think maybe just before the show or on the way there that I got tickets for the upstairs shows. There's probably not going to be drop-ins at the upstairs show. So I still saw a great show. It was still funny. It was just, I was kind of hoping for a little more razzle dazzle, for lack of a better word, like surprise.
Can't get lucky twice. Yeah,
right. But it's still a good show. But it was funny just going from the stand to my show to the hotel, back to the stand, and then but anyway, where was I going with that? Sunday, I explored a bit. I went to FAO Schwartz, which is the big toy store in New York. I don't.
Oh yeah, the one from Home Alone.
Yeah. I knew you would know it from Home Alone. So yeah, I went there and got a couple like stuffed animals for the kid. I went to the Harry Potter store and got some stuff for the wife because she's a big Harry Potter fan. I got her Snape's wand.
Nice.
And you can get them personalized. So it says Kate on it and a couple other things. And then I went to the Cellar that night. The guy who's been doing POV shows, why am I blanking on his name now? He hosted. I think he's doing a POV host coming up, either at Telus.
I'm not sure.
Shawn Donnelly?
Yes. Yeah.
So he hosted.
Hell yeah.
At the Cellar, and then it was one of the guys we had seen at the Cellar. I don't remember his name.
Was it Ricky Valez?
No.
From New York dude. I'm trying to think of the other dude that was on that show.
Nah, white dude.
Was it the host at the Cellar?
No, because that was a woman.
No, the woman was at the stand, unless there was a woman at both.
I think the host. That's it. Anyway, I think we saw him at the Cellar. He was funny. I'm just shitty with names.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just saw, showed at the Cellar, and then went back. What else did I do on Sunday? Before the show at the Cellar, I went to Momofuku, which is Dave Chang's. I know bring him a lot on it, but so he has restaurants. I really wanted to go there, and I got like kind of the signature dishes, which are like pork buns. So if you go to like a noodle shop around here, like Issei Noodle or Noodle Shack, or like you'll see pork buns on the menu. It's like a really soft bun, pork belly, cucumber, usually like a sweet and savory sauce. Dave Chang is the reason why those are probably on the menu at that restaurant. And he's also kind of the reason why ramen has kind of like gotten an upgrade, and it's not just that cheap 30-cent pack of noodles that you eat at home. Like it's actually like elevated. He's kind of partially responsible for that. He went to Japan, worked for some ramen shops and that kind of thing, and kind of like popularized it in America. But the signature dishes are kind of like the pork buns, and he has like a ginger scallion noodle, which actually isn't a ramen. There's no broth. It's just a noodle dish, and both were fucking really good. Both were really good. All my like low carb shit just went out the window. I got a slice of pizza from that shop next to the Cellar. I had pork buns and noodles in one sitting. Like I just, had, of course, the bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, just trying to think of anything else notable until I left. That was pretty much the weekend. I took the train back, and most stops took like several minutes.
Yeah.
Some stops longer than others. When you stop in Philly, it's quite a while. And it's interesting when you get to Philly and you leave, you're facing the opposite direction than you did. Like, so I was backwards all the way to Philly and then forward all the way to New York.
Oh, weird. I guess.
And then same thing, backwards all the way to Philly and then forward. So I don't know if they switch the tracks or whatever
Yeah,
happens.
I guess they pull you in and then put you, Yeah. I guess that makes sense at some point, especially if it's like if there's an angle to your travel.
Right.
It's not just a straight shot from like Pennsylvania to California. It would make sense. They would be like,
right.
You'd get turned around at some point. Yeah.
So I was getting off in Elizabethtown. And like I said, some stops are longer than others, but usually like at least a minute. He comes around, says, yeah, Elizabethtown, 15 minutes. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I had my bags on the overhead thing. We stop at Elizabethtown. He says, last call, Elizabethtown. I waited for the train to come to a complete stop. And apparently that was my error. Because I waited. We came to a complete stop. I immediately stood up, grabbed my 2 bags, walked to the door, and the guy is standing there and the doors are closed. I was like, how do I get out? He was like, you can't. We're moving. I'm like, excuse me? I was like, you did not even give me time to get to the door. He was like, we had 6 people get on. I was like, that's nice. The train stopped. I stood up, grabbed my bags, and came immediately to the door.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have to some stops, not all the doors open, so you might have to go through a couple cars to get to an exit.
Yeah.
The exit was right there at the front of my car. Wouldn't let me out. So I had to stay on the train to Harrisburg and then catch the train back to Elizabethtown.
Fuck?
Which isn't a crazy far trip. It's like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not that bad. But still, what the fuck?
It added like an hour because then I had to wait almost an hour for the train that was going back to Elizabethtown.
Jesus Christ.
And I didn't know the process. The guy was like, yeah, go across the way and just see if they'll hook you up. And I was like, I didn't even know what he meant. So I went up to the platform, went to customer service, and she was like, oh, you're going to have to talk to the conductor. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
The fucking conductor?
Right. And she was like, well, I can't make that decision or whatever. You're going to have to talk to them. So I have to go back down, and then I go to the gate for the next train. Well, I was like, how do I know what train?
Did I look for a fucking hat?
Right. Do I talk to Thomas himself, like the fucking tank engine? Like, what are we talking about here?
Go to the front of the train, start talking to the...
I was about to go to the front of the train and just wait for it to go. It's like, just run me over.
Yeah.
So I talked to the guard who, he's like, well, yeah, we're not seated for that train yet. It's not here. It's still like 45 minutes or whatever. And I explained to him the situation, and he was like, yeah, I'll talk to him or whatever. And in the meantime, he was like, I'll see what's up. And I was like, I'm not going to tolerate any more fuckery on this trip. There was the room without a door, the train that stopped for literally 10 seconds, maybe, before it started going again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I know it's not a big stop, but give somebody a minute to grab their bags. Apparently you need to grab your bags while the train is still moving and get ready to exit the door.
Just have your bags.
Yeah. Which I did on the way back. I had my bags and I was standing there while the train was full speed heading towards Elizabethtown. It's like, I'm not falling for that shit again. So he was like, I'll talk to somebody. I was like, you know what? I'm not even taking a chance that the conductor's gonna be like, well, you did this. So I just bought the ticket. It was like $12.
Yeah.
So I'm $12 is worth knowing that I'm going to get on this next train without any bullshit. So yeah, ended up going back and that was, so that was that whole weekend trip.
Damn.
And then I got the email Monday. I was like, well, it'll probably be a week or two. Got the email Monday. Your spot is this Friday, back at the Buddha room. And I'm like, God fucking damn it.
You should just never left.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday anyway. So I went back to work Thursday to be off again Friday to go up. But I had to be back at work on Saturday. And there wasn't a late enough train Friday night to come back. So my original plan was just take the train up, do the spot, come back Friday night. But the show was at 7, meaning I'm going to get out of there about 9, and I think there was like a 9 o'clock train.
Yeah,
so,
which is impossible.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. You'd think there'd be a late train for Friday night.
There's an 11 something, but there's a layover in Philly. So
why would there be a layover for a fucking train?
I mean, it was cheaper and it was late, so I guess if you really had to, but it was like 11 o'clock to Philly, and then from Philly to Elizabethtown was like 6 in the morning. So like, what am I going to do? Sleep in the fucking train station, then like,
I mean,
take
literally,
the train to work? Like,
literally, that would be the only option. I mean, you have to like get a hotel in Philly. That only works if you live in Philly.
Or just sleep in the train station, basically.
Yeah,
yeah. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just drive up. And then the more I thought about it on Thursday, I was like, that's a lot. It's like a 6-hour round trip, plus doing a spot, plus coming back late. So I just went up and stayed. I was like, why don't I get a room right outside the city, and then in the morning I'll just drive in. And the room wasn't that much cheaper. I should have just stayed in the city, basically. But I stayed in Secaucus, Jersey, and stayed over, and then drove in. Luckily, got a late checkout.
Yes. Yeah.
Because my spot was at 7 again, and checkout was like 11. I was like, well, I can't just fuck around in the city that long.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to like. Plus, I had to park my car, and that cost money. So like, so I got a late checkout at 3, and then you can like book a parking spot in a garage. So it was like a 20-minute drive. It wasn't really bad. There was a little traffic around the tunnel. But it was about 25-minute drive, and parked in a garage like right next to Madison Square Garden, like block or two away from the show, and just kind of duded around. I went, the train station is actually right there that I couldn't take a train from, but they have a ton of like food places. I went in there and got a sushi roll. Yeah. And then I just got one roll and then was walking around a bit more. I had more time to kill. I found a White Castle just on the corner, and I was like, why not? Yeah. So I went in. It wasn't as good as I remember it being, but just got like a couple little sliders, and then just kind of walked around, and then at like 5 just went over to the Buddha room and just kind of like hung out. Yeah. And I almost started falling asleep. I was just like, I don't know. It was just like not feeling it. I was like kind of regretting everything about that. I was like, I shouldn't have just been one and done. Had a good set and just said, no, I can't do the next one. But part of me like wanted to see like, well, fuck it. I didn't think I was going to make the second one. Maybe I'll make it through this round. Yeah. So waited, a couple hours for the show to start, and very similar. It was like good response, good crowd. I felt like I had a good set. I felt like everyone had a good set. Some more than others this time. Yeah. But still, everyone, it was good. And then they were calling the people up. The first person they called up, I don't understand why. Yeah. And it's not me being bitter. I'm not saying I should have had it and he shouldn't have. But like the other 4 people 100% should have, 100%. So there was like, I think 12. So there's 5 people who moved on, minus him, minus me. It's 4, 8. So there was like 7 or 8. I can't do the math in my head right now. It's too late. But literally any of the other people that didn't make it should have over this guy. Yeah. I just said gender, but whatever. I don't really care. I would say it to his face or anybody's face. It was that like he didn't have any didn't have any jokes. He was kind of getting laughs, but he was kind of more just being like aloof and like, and I was just like, I did not understand the judging. Like I said, the first round, any one of the 15, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And this night, the other 4 100% made sense. And like, even if it wasn't me, any of the other people, I felt like had a better set. I was like, I don't know what they're judging it on tonight. I don't know if maybe he knows them and their friend. Like, it could have been that kind of thing. Because they obviously knew, like, just being in the scene. Yeah, for sure. I would kind of understand that happens. Like, but like this kind of was like, all right, like again, if any of the other people made it, I wouldn't have been annoyed. But I was like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
There was other people that had jokes and probably better crowd response. Like he got some laughs, but it was just on being like,
yeah, that is the problem with like having just judges is like that can happen. And it's like, I don't understand what.
It was the kind of thing where I was like, were you watching the same set?
Yeah.
Like he did get some laughs, but like other people got much more response and were just funnier. So, I mean, who knows with these things?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was just, I was like, that's annoying. That bugged me. Not because it wasn't me. It's because it wasn't me and any of the other people I would have been perfectly understanding and fine with. But I don't know. I feel like I've just commandeered this entire episode. Sorry. That was basically it. So they said, they said the same thing, even if you didn't make it, we could email you as late as Monday if we do have a spot for you. And part of me was like, please God, no. I was like, I can't afford to come back to New York again, nor do I really want to. Once a year, I think, is enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely want to go back, but not anytime real soon. But I did not get an email Monday, so I was like, all right, cool.
Good.
Cool. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I'm glad I did it. I got both videos, or not yet. They're going to send. So I got videos of both sets. At least I feel like I had good sets. I'll probably get some decent clips and or clips I can send to get booked or whatever. So overall, I was happy. It was, ups and downs.
Yeah.
But overall it was fun.
The comedy was all ups and everything else was down.
Yeah. I mean, some of the travel was up. Like I said, going to Momofuku was kind of on the list to do.
With the room, that's
that was wild.
I mean, they should fucking. I mean, I'm the same way with like. I'm not confrontational, so it's like we lose.
Well, if
you had more time,
if I had gone down earlier, but I was trying to wait till like closer to when my train was going to be there. I didn't want to sit around the train station forever, but like I should have gone down earlier. And
I mean, that's crazy.
I could have at least been very annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, with that type of thing, I mean, dude, that should have been all refunded. I mean, what the fuck?
I was without my stuff for several hours. Like, what if my spot was at 2:00?
Oh yeah,
I would have either had to go in like the gym shorts I sleep in, and like just some bullshit like t-shirt, like basically my fucking pajamas. I would have had to go do this set in shorts. Like, what if I had like some important business meeting or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, I literally could not leave without my stuff.
And then to find out that was an upgrade. It's like, oh, thank you for upgrading me.
Yeah.
Thank you for upgrading me to not have anything.
17 floors of rooms. Well, I guess it was 16 because there were 17, but there's no 13th floor or whatever. But 17th floor, you gave me the one where the door doesn't work.
I will say.
I did not ask for that. Like,
I will say I'm glad your trip has helped me. Because now I know, one, the train, you got to get up and get the fuck off the train immediately.
Yeah.
And two, don't even accept a room that doesn't have a key card working or whatever. Like, you just got to be like, listen, you got to give me a different room.
Well, the first girl said like, oh yeah, the manager just has to come and fix something in the system, and then the key card will work.
Yeah, naturally.
And that
so apparently it's a
never
physical
happened.
And it's like, and that's one of those things. It's like, man, if I would have like said something about this, you probably would have just gave me another room. There's no way that the entire hotel was booked.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, it's almost like shitty because it's like, well, they would have just made it right.
Right.
But you didn't know you needed to make it right.
Right.
The hindsight's 2020. You didn't know that it was going to be a physical fucking problem with the door.
Right.
Yeah, that's oh man.
Yeah, I was like, I would have just rather had the room that I booked with a fucking working door.
Yeah.
Than an upgraded room that I can't get into. But yeah, just not being even able to get to my stuff for a few hours and leave was just
I mean, it's
wild.
insane. Yeah.
But I'm back. I survived.
Hell yeah.
I didn't get 9/11. The wife was like, don't get 9/11. I was like,
don't get 9/11. Like it's your choice.
Right.
Hey, you get a little rowdy when you go to New York. Don't get 9/11.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It'll be fucking. hanging out in trade centers.
No real shenanigans. Yeah. No people acting super crazy. There's like a little bit of squirreliness. I feel much more comfortable walking the city. I spent way too much in Ubers. On Sunday, I walked a lot. Like
we gotta learn the subway because fucking Mark Norman still takes the subway. So if he can do it, we can take.
Right.
But
I didn't mess with the subway, but I could have walked more than I did. Like some of the places were too far. Like from the hotel to Joey Rose, that would have been way too far to walk.
Joey Rose is like near Brooklyn, isn't it?
It's south,
no, Brooklyn's on
wherever.
But south.
But I walked
south.
like on Sunday. I walked from the hotel to FAO Schwartz back, and then to the Harry Potter store, and then back. Saturday I walked to and from the stand. It's definitely walkable. So I wouldn't have spent so much in Ubers. But now, like going back, each time I think I'm learning a little. Like we spent way too much for the hotel and that kind of thing when we went. But now I kind of know a little bit more. Yeah. But anyway, I commandeered this whole episode, and I apologize. But there was just a lot to cover. What you been up to?
Fucking nothing at all.
If anybody's fucking listened through my bullshit till now, I apologize to the listeners for
not much. Honestly, not much. So that's fine. No, while
Did
you
have
were
any shows or anything, or
I had a show in Mount Union, which was nothing to write home about, honestly.
Right.
It was in a VFW, and not great. It was fun. I had fun doing it, but like it was like,
where's Mount Union?
Fucking near Altoona.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was far away, but it was like they started the show at like 5:30. And the show didn't start, and it was supposed to start at 7. We didn't end up starting till like 7:30. So I mean, these motherfuckers were there from 5:30 to 7:30. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's 2 hours of drinking and not. But so it was just like a show. I mean, it was like me, Alan Massenberg, and Shawn Banks booked it. Love that dude. I love both those dudes. And it was sick to do a show with Alan because I've only seen him on, like, I've seen his special. I was there for his special taping.
Right.
And I've seen him at like open mics and stuff, but I never got to do a show with him. And I did get to open for Shawn before, and that was sick.
Right. I think I did one with Alan and Zero Day.
Oh, yeah, you did, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it was sick. I did like, he said to do like 25, or he said like, he originally said 20. So I planned on that, and then when I got there or whatever, he said like do 25 or whatever. So I was like, all right, so I rearranged my shit. And then by the time I was there, I think I did like 23 because he gave me the light, and I'm like, I'm gonna do like 2 jokes and get the fuck out of here. This is like it was like shitty because people that were paying attention were into it, but there were so many people just like literally talking during the show. It was just like, dude, this is crazy. Like what? I mean, I get it. I mean, they were already there for 2 hours, so it's like that makes sense.
Right.
That they don't give a fuck about what. Like, yeah, it was just not the best situation to have a comedy show. And then same thing with Alan. I mean, he had the same experience. Some people were paying attention, trying to pay attention. Right. Most of the room was just talking to themselves. It was like, this is crazy. Yeah.
You're just there in their social hour, like
literally, yes. And then after that show, I went to the Comedy Zone. Jesse was hosting. We're gonna have him on next week. Jesse James Martin was hosting at the Comedy Zone, and then Joshua Ryan was featuring. I like that guy. I opened for him before, and then another headliner that I didn't know. I didn't go to the show, but they were still hanging afterwards. Right. Mike O'Donnell was walking around in a kilt. I called him a couple words that shall be separate from the podcast. But because it was like St. Patty's Day or whatever, so he was walking around in a kilt, did a couple Irish car bombs with him. But yeah, I don't really have anything to report on, really.
Oh, one more thing I will say that I was proud of and positive that I could take from it was that they were very strict with not just the time. So the first night was 4-minute set.
Yeah.
You got a light at 3, a light at 3:45. If you go over 3, or 4, you're disqualified. The email said like 4:15. If you're not done your set, you're disqualified. But they were like, if you're not like done, disqualified. And then the second round was 5 minutes and 4:45 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were also very strict. They were like, there are hundreds of comics. If you're like to advance to the next round, there's going to be like no notes, no phone, no nothing on stage.
Yeah,
and you know me, I'm in a codependent relationship with my set list.
For sure, yeah.
I don't need notes. I don't need my full bits, but I need a set list so I remember the order I wanted to do the jokes in. And I did it. That's Saturday when I was I was finally able to get my stuff on Saturday. I just sat and
all shows to want your set list, you would have had all day with it, but instead you had 2 hours.
Yeah, so I just came on the set list and I ran it a couple times and just kind of hammered it into my head, and I was able to do it. I did forget to do one, but then I just did it on the second round.
Yeah.
So that, it was fine, but I actually did it. And I know that's, for most comics, that's not a huge feat to do 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But for me, it was about a dozen jokes because I have like shorter jokes, but just for me, it's just remembering the order.
Yeah.
And it's just, my brain is not good.
And it goes both ways. Like for me, a lot of my bits, I do them in specific orders, which is could be a detriment because I do kind of want to switch up my set. Like there's certain jokes I think I need to do earlier in my set, but it's hard when you're not constantly doing. Like if I was doing 30 minutes every weekend, it would be easy to be like, let me rearrange this. But it's hard to, like I have jokes that I don't do unless I'm doing over 15.
Right.
Like if like my cougar bit, and that's 5 minutes. So I don't do that unless I'm doing at least 15. Sometimes when I'm doing 15, I'm like, I don't even want to do this bit. It's like, I'm doing 10 and then so it's, yeah, I definitely feel that. And then there's some jokes that are always following others.
Same.
So that helps me remember which joke goes next, but it also hurts me if I want to switch it up. Because sometimes I'll just keep going and I'm like, oh, that was not, I wanted to do a different order. I wanted to do a different order and now I'm fucking just autopilot through. So that can be a detriment to not switching it up more often or whatever. I did do a new joke at the Tellus show.
Oh, yeah.
I did a show at Tellus and I wrote a new joke. I wrote it Thursday, so I did it at the Comedy Zone and it worked even though So the Comedy Zone's been like really good, but there's been like, who was it? Was just like a couple in the fucking front row, which is great. Like it's great to sit in the front, like because it's sick, especially at an open mic, to have first off an audience. But there's been like a few like older black women that've been coming out to the open mics like the last few weeks, which is sick, and they contribute.
Oh, nice.
They talk a lot, like during you know what I mean? They're like, they react to jokes, which is sick, because I've been trying to do more black rooms, so that's awesome. It's literally exactly what I've been wanting to do. But there was just like this random couple that showed up, and they fucking, of course, they were ordering during my set. Like they had just gotten there, and I forget, I think it was like 6th or 7th on the list. And of course they were ordering during my set. And fucking loudly, like just the loudest ordering ever. And I did power through. I mean, I just like ignored it, but it took away my my awareness of the rest of the room was inhibited by me hearing their orders during. And it's like, I was at the open mic. It was 3 minutes, so like my entire 3 minutes was listening to their. It took them 3 minutes to order their dinner, which was I thought it was hilarious, but I mean it were. I still did well. I had a great set, but it was like it took my awareness of my own set away because I was like focused on just not listening to that. But I did do a new joke.
Oh, yeah.
About alcohol, which is funny. The first half of this episode was just about booze, and this joke happens to be about booze. But I did do it at the Tellus show, and it worked again.
Nice.
So I'm like, hell yeah! It always feels good. I could do. I could have a horrible show, and if I did one good new joke, it makes the entire fucking show better.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, a new joke I've been doing that's been working. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything to report. So
one final thing about the second show in New York. When I was saying the order, like going third on the first one was awesome.
Yeah.
So they did the same thing. Whoever picked the tickets, they picked their spots, and no one picked first. So guess whose name got called first again? Yeah. So I went first, and I don't necessarily mind going first, like on a show or whatever. But I will admit that like I'm not like super high energy.
Yeah.
So.
And they don't. I'm assuming they didn't host or whatever.
No, there was a host.
They have a warm up.
Yeah. There was a host.
That's helpful.
So it was helpful, but I don't know. I just I don't know if it helped or hurt. You know what I mean, as far as position, but I wasn't super excited to go first.
Yeah, naturally.
But I mean, yeah. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to York.
Old York.
Old York.
Yeah. I had a whole bunch of other crazy headlines, but we can save it because
hell yeah,
I ate up enough that fucking episode already. Again, I apologize and thank you to anybody who watches this because like Shawn and had to sit through me talk for a fucking hour. But yeah, it was just a lot. So hopefully, I tried to make it interesting.
Hell yeah, make your Irish exit. I'm a set entrance again.
Yeah. Here's my free T-shirt. Yeah, I got nothing else. I have absolutely nothing booked. I think I'm co-hosting a mic at the Church of Satire in May. Yeah. Other than that, I have absolutely nothing going on. So.
Yeah, I'm doing a show. It's not even. It's in Birdsboro in April, so it's not coming. Yeah, we're gonna plug it plenty more times till then. So, well, yeah.
Alrighty. I'm sick of hearing me, so I know you guys are. So see you next Thursday.
Take it easy.